And the Vols picked up a huge commitment today, Bob. On the recruiting trail, they picked up 6'8", 330-pound Bennett Warren, offensive tackle out of Sugar Land, Texas.
Massive, massive get, Tim, both physically, obviously, and from a need point of view. If we're being honest, we probably haven't really recruited tackle that well under Heupel. Probably one of the few positions we haven't really knocked it out of the park. So, to me, this was probably the biggest need position, biggest get left on our board. So, massive get.
Well, it is, Bob. He's the number 5 offensive tackle on 247, number 82 overall player in the country for them.
Mhm.
And, he solidifies this class tremendously. If we look at his film, too, what I like about a kid that large is so often they're just going through the motions at the high school level because they don't really have any competition across from them.
Right. That boy's got a nasty streak. He dominates them. He puts them into the ground. And
Yeah,
he don't let up. Once he's got his man beat, he keeps driving.
yeah, he's like a gardener. He's planting them into the ground, Bob. Uh, you gotta love to see that aggression at that young of age. And he's got, like we mentioned his size a moment ago. He's going to be large enough that uh, he's got a good base. Probably won't get bull rushed that much once he gets into a weight room.
Mm-hmm.
Super long arms. You've got to go a mile to get around him. Uh, he's going to be fitting into this neat offense. If he can, he may have to take off some bad weight. Most high school offensive linemen don't.
They all do.
Yeah, because you're not going to you're going to be huffing and puffing in Josh Heupel's offense if you don't.
Better be in good shape. Better be in good shape.
But to go back to what you said about this need on this team, we haven't recruited as well at the offensive tackle position as we would like.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's a position it's one of the most developmental positions on the entire football team.
Yeah, it really is.
But you can also start from a higher base. Look at Darnell Wright. Did he develop while he was at UT?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But he came in as a 5-star offensive tackle too. So when you start at a higher level, you finish at a higher level often.
Yeah. I'd much rather sign big time guys, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, they all need to develop, and so many offensive linemen fall through the cracks in these recruiting services.
Probably the hardest position by far to evaluate at the high school level
Well, without a
is
doubt.
is tackle. A lot of positions are easy to see. This guy's elite. But offensive line is the hardest, really.
Anybody can, have a miss on a ranking. What I like to see too, though, is what are the schools we're going after? These guys will get paid, you know, 400, 600, $700,000 a year to coach these guys up. What do they think about Bennett Warren?
Well, obviously they liked him a lot in the college. Look at his offer list. We beat him over Michigan, was his primary guy we down to basically. But Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Texas, LSU, Oregon, we beat out some big time programs that's been better than us
Oh, yeah.
over the last few years. So that's what we're wanting. Anytime you see on our videos, we've talked about before, we want the guys who had huge big time programs offer list. That to me is as important as his ranking.
More so.
You know, that's a good indicator of how good a prospect is.
Yeah, because honestly, look, I couldn't tell you a whole lot about evaluating the techniques that offensive line coaches are looking at. That's a position I've never played, obviously. I may be growing into it now, but
Just weight wise.
just the weight right wise. But, and you take, okay, Michigan, we beat, he was our primary thing. Michigan has been tremendous in the offensive line forever.
Always has, yeah.
And they take a lot of guys who are sometimes are farther down the list, and they regularly put them in the pros. Uh, this class they're putting together this year is phenomenal. I don't think
Probably best in the country.
yeah, I don't think anyone in the country wouldn't switch offensive line classes with them because they're so deep.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have that top guy, but the entire group is
They've
like
got
top 100 players.
prospects, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we they wanted him bad. I mean, he was near the top of their list of wants. This is a massive kid.
Yeah. And the kid throws shot put in high school, which there's been some recent stuff out there that says that kids that play that throw the shot put do very well.
Well, it translates. We always talk about we love our defensive linemen to be wrestlers, have a wrestling background. The shot put teaches balance and explosion. Two things that an offensive lineman need. Okay, so Bob, once we've added Mr. Warren to the offensive commitments on the line of scrimmage, where does that put that group at now?
Well, he's probably our true absolute tackle. We've got a couple guys who we think are also tackles. Gage Ganther out of Colorado. We believe he's a tackle too, and he's a guy who's actually staff loves and thinks is very underrated. So I think he's going to be a big time player
Yeah.
for us, whether it's a tackle or guard.
Yeah, I love Ginter's film.
Yeah, his film actually looked great. I think we got a steal on that one.
Yeah.
Jesse Purry, he's a guy who's played in a system they ran the ball all the time. Looked absolutely great, but hasn't seen a lot of pass pro. So
he's got a little bit of development to do, definitely on that.
I think he's a tackle too. Our other guys are Max Anderson, which is probably a guard. William Satterwhite, probably almost for sure a guard, our center there. And one guy that could end up being over on this thing is Jeremiah Hurd, 6'8", just a freak athlete that they've signed and got committed. I think he's going to start off at defensive end.
Yeah.
Which tells you how good an athlete he is. But I think he will probably end up being tackle guy before his career's over down there. Could be great. He's just real raw.
Well, I tell you, it's a fairly good sized room, which is fantastic because we lose a lot coming up in next year too. We got to replenish this stuff. But so I love this addition to this room right here. Really solidified. It gives you a lot of flexibility with a couple of those other guys that are probably more natural for a guard spot. Now they don't have to play out of position.
Yeah, don't want them playing out of position,
So,
but yeah, probably our last maybe our last offensive lineman commit, probably. I mean, we could end up getting somebody that's film pops out there.
yeah, high school senior film, late bloomer, some kid that pops up 30 inches and adds 40 pounds. And, great athlete that all of a sudden's got the body frame for an offensive lineman. Also, we are on one other big time high school offensive lineman right now. Brandon Baker, top offensive lineman in the nation.
Yeah.
But it's a long shot. He's been on campus. They're still trying to get him back to campus. I personally don't think we're going to see him get off the Pacific Coast. I think he'll probably go to Oregon myself.
The only chance we got with this guy is play the long game, I think, and keep having him come on campus, and maybe we can get a shot at him late.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not giving, the staff ain't giving up,
Right.
but it's a long shot.
Yeah.
So we're probably looking at, that's the end of the offensive line commitment list, probably, but I'm happy with it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Listen, thanks for joining us today. If you did enjoy the video, or you just like to listen to UT football, hey, please give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave us a comment, tell us what we messed up on, or that maybe we did something good. Let us know. Either way, brother, y'all have a great day. Go Big Orange.
Go Vols.